I was wrong. It takes a man to admit it. I'm one of those, sometimes. Boy-like in appearance, but I've done man things. Our Sony Reptilian Overlord protectors made a camera, and I insulted it like a bad servant. I don't deserve the bread they chucked at me while I was sleeping on the dirt floor. But they're good enough. They're good enough. They track you, and they stick. Watch this, not even... See that? Oh no, what's that in front of me? No, this is the subject. Sony knows that. Sony knows that. Unless I want you to focus on it. Oh, god damn it. Come on, Sony. Yay. So today let's talk about all things Sony. We got the A6400 here with the Sigma Tony 1.4 lens. And the Sony A7S III has been delayed again because they're afraid. We'll talk about their fear in the reptilian jungle. And let's do it. That took too long, Sony.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So first of all, let's just talk about a little gripe I got with the picture profile names. We got picture profile 1, 2, 3 through 1500. You don't know what they are. When you dig a little further, they're just shells to contain your profile. They're just empty sandwich shells, and inside you're supposed to build your own sandwich. So I see that now. You go into picture profile 1, and then you can change a bunch of shit, and then that's a shell. And you change it in another shell to match the... I don't know what I'm doing. So I finally get it now, and I watched Gerald Undone's video again on the subject, and we're on HLG 3. He said it was the best. He said I would look beautiful. He didn't guarantee it. It wasn't a promise. I didn't get a ring, like a promise ring. It was just a... This is what it looks like without the grade, and we all know for sure I messed it up. I have this eye that's shattered, basically. I look at things, I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then I get it, and I'm a pale ghost or an over bright orange. I'm an orange Teletubby that's easily lost in his own house. So I don't know what I'm doing, but comparing them, last video to the GH5S, the GH5S had the definite better image from what I saw. Just the quality, the dynamic range was better, everything looked better, but the autofocus is so fun here, it completely makes up for it. Completely. If I want to show you how to clean the back of your hands with olive oil, how would I do that on a Panasonic camera? I can't trust it. I know I don't go outside a lot here on the Camera Conspiracies network, filming things outside, exciting things. It's cold, give me a break. But with this camera I could. Yesterday I made a standing desk video, and I needed that autofocus, and it worked flawlessly. It didn't pulse once, it caught me everywhere I needed to be. That's the Sony system. On the Panasonic, if I'm sitting right here, it works pretty good. But you challenge it once, and it just crumbles. It's like, no, I don't want to duel. No. Here, you win. Here's my gold. Let me live. Here's 10 bits of gold. Don't kill me. I made a video for my other channel just trying to show off my body. I'm working out, and it's like, okay, look at this. Panasonic lost me. It was focusing on the light in the background. And then I flipped on that Samsung, and it's like, boom, caught me nature's beauty, befold before you. And I was like, wow, look at that. So if I wanted to do some skits outside, this would do it. Where the Panasonic, I can't trust it. I don't know what happens. It's the most reliable autofocus you've ever seen in your life, and then just randomly it quits and stops. It'll focus somewhere else. And it's like, why did that happen? There's no algorithm for it. It just gives up. Never give up. I believe in you just the way you believe in yourself. And it may not seem like it right now, and you're stuck in a rut, but you can dig yourself out. How do you think mice get out of cream? They run, then it makes butter, then they eat the butter, then they die of heart disease. That's how they get out. I nailed you. So autofocus is so important to a one-man filming crew that it opens up worlds. I can go outside, I can do these skits, I can go walking around and it's gonna follow me anywhere. I used to make all these skits outside with the Canon G7X, half of them out of focus. It's bullshit. From what I've seen, Sony's the leader in autofocus. They surpassed Canon a long time ago. I don't know what it is about. It might be something to do with the lenses not being parfocal, or they are parfocal. I forget which one meant what, but I hate those parfocal lenses. I wish they were all half a focal. It's the focus breathing thing, where things shrink in, and Canon is the guiltiest of it. They have this amazing dual pixel autofocus, but like everything crushes in when you come in. It's very distracting. I noticed it the other day watching my man, the Everything Man, and he has his Canon EOS R, and I was like, you sack of Sony shit. You Sony selling son of a bitch. It was like, I was watching the lights in the background just to be an asshole, and I was like, oh, you regret it. You regret leaving the Sony universe? Admit it. But if you want to take this show on the road, forget Sony. You can't bring them with you. They're like the embarrassing cousin you bring to a wedding, and he's wearing the checkered tuxedo. He's like, oh, don't mind him. He means well. Their stabilization is so shaky. It's slightly shakier. There was a study. They measured what's shakier, a Sony camera or that container holding the mouse in the cream, making the butter trying to escape. The Sony was shakier, 71% shakier, proven by science. You can't even deny it, the numbers are there. It's math. I just had to be over there for a bit. Thankfully the camera tracked me, did it? That's handy. That's a handy feature. But there are a couple deal breakers. I would never buy this A6400. There's a couple things. One, the battery life. First of all, it was 100% charged and it's already at 75% right now. Just this little video. I can make 2 videos max and then I have to recharge it. It's a pain in the ass. I have to pay for that electricity. I'm not living at my mother's living room anymore. Back in the glory days, I gotta pay for this myself, and it's just a pain in the butt. When I film on the GH5, it's days of videos for 2 channels adding up. It's like at least 6 videos. And then I recharge the big giant battery. This one is like, what the hell's in there? My GoPro lasts longer. I last longer in bed. That's definitely a lie. People say, just get extra batteries. Yeah, you swap them, I'll swap your mom in a wife swap. You have to understand, as a YouTube sensation, things have to be easy to do here. Little things like that get in the way. Oh, I gotta change the battery. Oh, this hardly lasts. Is it even gonna finish the video? Oh no. Little things like that add up hard. Like before, I started this channel with that stupid ass 50mm manual focus lens, and I had to focus on it from so far away, getting up, okay, magnifying it and looking like 10 feet away. It's like, I can't even tell. God. It looked glorious if I ever nailed focus, which I did 10% of the time. Once I got the G5S, thank you so much, Marcus Pix. You just increased my productivity 15%. That's not, I underestimated that number. I could just sit here and tap. I'm a little farther away. Oh, you're following me. I could just tap, touch, and go. This little mic setup, this is pissing me off. You can't even see my trite. It's freaking plight plus trouble. It's a hard knocks life over here. I wish we could just have this on the camera and it sounded good, but it doesn't. It has to be a little bit closer. Oh, the distance. Oh. Can you still see me, Sony? Oh, you're beautiful. You don't care what's in front of you. The challenges, it doesn't matter to you. You keep on focus. Your goals are achieved no matter what's happening. I don't even have the tracking enabled. I don't even know how to turn it on if I wanted to. It's hidden some deep in that sub menu system under like something hidden like Railway 6. Cause tracking tracks under, I don't remember if I finished my last thought or what my last thought even was, but we're moving on now to another nitpick. The SD card. I hate that. The way it is in the battery door, you pop it out and then you can't grab it. There's no way. You have to go on the side. You have to pull off one of these crab lobster motions. Did Sony keep the tracking of my face? Here, I'll show you. Ow. Oh my, ow. Oh no. I dropped it. Oh, there's another SD card broken. Good luck with the Sony lawsuit on that one. The reptilians making SD cards for their own kind, the claw creatures. I get it, but include us. Humans are the one buying them. On the no, not on the black market in the hollow earth. But now that I've used this A6400, for a studio camera, if they upgraded it, just upgrade to 10-bit, we're good to go. I realize now we have to separate the outdoor camera and the indoor one. You want an outdoor one. You just go with the little guy. The little engine that could. What do you need more than that? That's taking some time. The hell was that, Sony? When I originally bashed the A6400, it was rightfully so because I wanted the one camera for indoor and outdoor. So stabilization was key, and Sony's the worst at it. So they rightfully deserved their thrashing. But now that I realize we gotta separate, still, your video quality is not up to par. I want demon LUTs. I want to play around and do weird shit. And you give me all this noise in the shadows, and breaking apart colors, saturation like a tree, wolf. But if I'm being honest, just looking at the files, I'm really proud of the video I made on the standing desk. It looked really good. It reminds me of the Samsung footage. It's kind of magical. Although this probably I ruined it with the HLG. I bit off more than I could chew with that one. Then I tried to bring it back and here we are. But I'm impressed. It looks nice. It's not as sharp as that GH5S, but it's easier and it's more fun. It might be worth the image downgrade. I've been preaching that since the beginning. It's not all about image quality, it's about easeability. And we got it here. This is actually the camera I asked Marcus Pix for. I was like, okay, I'll take this one. And he said there was something wrong with the aperture. You couldn't change it on the Sigma lens. But like now it's working. We're at Tony 1.4 and it's fine. That brings us to the future of Sony, and they're putting off this A7S III till August/September, if the rumors are right, which they never are at Sony Alpha Rumors. That's the one guy who's just slacking. There's a team of rumor freaks up at the top, and they're all working away, digging for resources. The Sony Alpha guy is at a beach, drinking a lot of alcohol, and just like flipping crabs as they walk by. That's what he does. And then whatever the crab noise makes, he turns that into a rumor, a fake one. We've been waiting so long for this camera. I remember, I think it was the Panasonic S1 just came out and I was like, oh, what's Sony gonna do now? They're gonna have to compete with that. And then they waited and waited. 1DX3 coming. Freaking S1H. Like, how long are you gonna wait? Eventually Panasonic's doing 8K, 120p. You're gonna be like, oh, let's wait till we beat that. Just show up. You don't have to crush the competition, just make a little better file. This thing, an A6600 with 10-bit, not even 4K 60, I'd buy it. I haven't even shot once with 4K 60. I think I made one clip just to test it. Who would ever use that? Wedding photographer? What the hell's he gonna do with that? There's so much love between you both. I'm capturing it by putting a light between your head. Now kiss, and the sun stars will melt. Hey, shut your mouth, you lips. How come I'm slowly sinking out of the rule of thirds? That's bullshit. I have spinal bifida. That's hard to cope with. So I think we're done. Sony has the potential, but they won't use it. If the Fuji X-T4 has improved on autofocus, it's over for Sony ASP. ASP. Oh, what does that stand for? Ass-sucking panda. I would choose the X-T3 over this, but it doesn't have a flippy screen. But the X-T4 will, confirmed by science. So, Sony, you're in trouble. You're in trouble now. Sony got a taste of the good life. That's gonna be hard to beat. So, this is way too long. I'm gonna leave now. Thanks for buying a Camera Conspiracies t-shirt. Let me know your thoughts down below. Sony, the best? Not so good? Let me know. Subscribe for more videos and I'll see you in the next one.